person that's not at your table and answer one of the following questions. So we have 3 questions right here. So, and then we'll go to round 2 and round 3. So let's start. Find one person not at your table and answer any one of these questions. The 3 questions says, what was your favorite cartoon as a kid? Best thing you've purchased this year? And then favorite thing to eat for breakfast. So get up. I mean, we're gonna go about 30 seconds because we have a full agenda. Find somebody. You hit record? Yeah. Hey, good morning, guys. We're just doing our icebreaker to start. Find one person that is not on your team and answer a different question. Go. I think the best Now find someone who you never or rarely talk to and answer the question you have remaining. Somebody you have never or rarely talk to. Go. Okay. You do. So you butterfly. Yes, thank you guys. Thanks for participating in our icebreaker. If you can move back to your seats so we can look at our agenda for this morning. So our agenda for today, our icebreaker. So now we're going to move into celebration. Then we're going to go over our CIP and some data. We're going to look at Title I and ESSER budget. We're going to talk about field trips and then upcoming events. And then at the end of the meeting, there'll be an opportunity for you to scan a QR code if you have any feedback or questions, okay? So looking at our campus-wide celebrations that we have, let me get to it. Lots of celebrations here at Hoover. 1, positive behavior referrals. We also started our Hero High Five. So thank you if you have been completing those. We do know that you're earning house team points as we, can you do that? Perfect, thank you. You're earning house team points as you complete those for your students. But more importantly, we want to celebrate all the great things that the students are doing, right? We want to recognize their efforts. So keep those coming in. Our fall family book fair and instructional night was a success. We also participated in Rock Your School Day. We had the fire truck come to visit. We had storybook pumpkins and ribbon week. But our storybook character day was so fun. Those are always great fun days. And then our alignment, continued partnership with Joe. This was, I think it was the breakfast, right? So Joe recognized students' academic success and they had breakfast with the principal and they invited our second grade teacher and Dr. Rice and Christy to come over to participate in that. Hero Dads have been coming. I know we had one yesterday, and then Green Team won.
Yeah.
Green
Green.
And then of course we want to celebrate great first instruction. So in second grade, they just had an amazing day tying in real world, making it relevant. So we were having our election for school board and propositions, and they did a school election for student council. So that's amazing. Also, what can we say? The Veterans Day performance. Mr. King, there he is. Just amazing what Mr. King has been able to do with our students musically, but also, of course, we want to celebrate our veterans in our community. So that was such a good experience. And then another thing, I don't know if you've seen, but Dr. Rice did tweet, we made the district's list for our attendance, right, Tamika? She's on here.
Yeah.
So that is huge. We're going to continue with our school-wide incentives to encourage student attendance. We also want to encourage staff attendance as well. Thank you, Adelia and the ladies, for keeping up with every 9 weeks with the incentives we have out here in the main hallway. I know that's a lot of work, so thank you guys. And then on last Friday, we had family movie night, and that was really fun. It's always fun whenever we can get the families into the building. So we enjoyed that. All right, so that's all of our celebrations for school-wide. Does anyone have any other celebrations that they would like to share with the staff? Anyone?
It's Stone Soup Day.
Stone Soup in kindergarten, yes. Yes, good job. Thank you, kindergarten. Yeah. All right, so let's go over the purpose of our CPOC committee. The purpose is for us to work together as a campus with parents and community members to bring about performance success for Hoover. And we do have several community members and parents and our district rep, Tamika Presley, on Zoom with us this morning. All right, so our CIP plan, we have our goals. We are working on academic achievement, safe and healthy learning environment, human capital, and then family and community engagement. Those are our 4 goals. All right, so you have table copies of our CIP targets. So in reading, if you look across reading for English, in kindergarten, we have 120 students. 51 of those met projected growth. So that's 43%. Our incremental growth target by the end of the year is 45%. So it says growth needed 3%, but I think that's to say 2, right? If we're going from 43 to 45, right? Okay, so that's for English. Also in kindergarten, we assess the students in our bilingual for Spanish. So we did have 17 students met projected growth, so 33%, and our target is 35, so we want to grow by 2% there as well. And then if you look down for first grade for reading, we had 188 students, 74 of those met the projected growth for 39% passing, and then our target is 45%, so growth needed is 6% in that area. For reading for second grade, we had 177 students, 89 of those met standard, so 50% passing, and the target is 55. So we are looking for a 5% incremental growth. And then if you look on the next page, kindergarten math, we had 172 students. 77 of those met the target. So 45%. We're looking, our target, CIP target is 50%. So we're going to grow 5% in math for kindergarten. First grade, we were at 85 students out of 186, so 46%. And the target is 50%. So looking to grow 4% in math in first grade. And then second grade math, we had 180 students. Out of those students, 99 met the target, so 55%. So we're looking to grow up to 60, so another 5%. So those are our CIP targets for this year. Remember, we assess them in the beginning, and we are looking at a full year's growth. So we have a year to meet our targets, right? All right, do that. All right, so that's for the CIP. Now we're going to look at what the students did on their math assessment. So the blue represents the fall 22 to spring 23 students who met projected growth. And so we have them like kindergarten, first grade, second grade. So last school year, kindergarten students, in the fall, they were at 45%. The whole year, they were at 45%, right? First grade, they were at 46% passing, and then second grade, 55%. So our incremental growth target for this school year, we would like kindergarten to be at 50% for math at the end of the year. First grade to be at 50% at the end of the year. And then second grade, since they were already at 55%, they're going to be at 60%, meeting the target, right? All right. So this is our current math scores. So the beginning of the year math for kindergarten, we were at, we don't have anything for them, right? We don't have it. But we do know first grade, they were at 29% of the students were meeting the projected growth. And we know at the end of the year, by the end of the year, we want to have at least 50% of those students meeting their growth. Is it RIT score? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah, it's right. Okay, and then in second grade, if you notice, for math, we were already at 68% of the students in that grade level meeting their projected growth. If you look here, our target was already 60. So we just want to continue where they are and keep bumping them up because we've already exceeded the target in second grade math. Okay, so that just means we're going to keep second grade math teachers, keep pushing them, right? We're not going to have that decline. And then we know we have some work to do in first grade, and we have things in place for that. And then when looking at reading, again, the blue is last year's information, and then red is our incremental growth target for this school year, right? And so kindergarten last year ended at 43% of the students meeting their target. Our goal this year is 45%. Then in Spanish, we were at 33. So this is the same information that's on that chart, basically, right? First grade, 39%. We were looking to grow to 45. Second grade for reading, we were at 50 last year. We're looking to grow to 55. All right, and then this just shows us right now where we are. So 29% of the first graders met the projected growth, and our target is to get that up to 45% of those students. And then again, second grade for reading, they were at 68%, meeting the target already, and the goal was 55. So we're going to, again, even in the language arts, we're just going to continue pushing them up. All right, so now we're going to move into discipline data. All right, so as you can see here on this graph, we kind of looked for the past 5 years of data, and you can see that in the 2018-2019 school year, referrals were pretty high, right? We're at 480, but every year since then, we've been on a steady decline, like a pretty significant decline since then. So last year we had a total of 149 office referrals for the school year. All right, and so far, our grade level breakdown for the 23-24 school year, you can see that the behavior coaches they gave us last year, so this dark blue is last school year, and then the light blue is this current school year. So last year, pre-K, we had 5 referrals. We're currently at 1 for pre-K. Kindergarten, we ended the year with 3, and this year we're at 1. And you can see
it's year to date.
It's year to date.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is comparing last year until November to this year till November.
Thanks. So first graders last year they were at 20 referrals. By this time this year, they're at 8. But then these first graders from here are this year's current second graders, right? So you can kind of see the trend here. So second grade, they were at 16 referrals at this time, right? So those students are now over at Joel, third grade. But these students from first grade, we're sitting at 17 referrals right now, year to date. And the behavior coaches, and along with the APs, we have some things in place for some of our repeat offenders. So is that the same? Oh, I'm waiting for you to take, and I need more coffee. All right, so our top 4 infractions. This PC stands for physical contact with peers, or fighting. So same thing, right, Melissa, year to date? So last year we were at 24 referrals for this physical contact with peers or fighting. And this year we are more than halfway down, only at 10, right? Still want to see that going lower, right? Because our matrix says we keep our hands to ourselves, and we're still working on that. And then another significant decrease, physical contact with adults. This time last year we were at 10, and now we're at 3. We do see an increase.
That's exhilarating, y'all. Yes, we sure do.
Excessive talking and acting out or being disruptive, we are increasing in that. Last year we had 3 referrals, but this year we're already at 6. And then nuisance behavior like running, throwing items, just not following directions, we also increased from 3 to 5 for that. All right, that's a lot of data. That's a lot of information. So we're gonna switch gears, and now we're gonna kind of talk about budget and monies and funds. So we do have 2 major funds, right? We have Title I budget, and then we also have ESSER. And Dr. Rice has talked a lot about the differences between those 2 funds. But she just wants us to know that out of that, we do fund 3 staff salaries. 1 more is allotted, but we're working to find someone. So we do have money for an additional staff member, but we just have to find a suitable candidate. As of now, we have not found anyone, so we're allocating funds elsewhere. We also have 4 temporary workers who are paid with ESSER. We love them. We are so thankful to have them. I know the IS is very grateful. They really help us with that intervention. Field trips. Teachers. We've been talking a lot about field trips and plannings this week, and Chrissy and I are working on getting all that paperwork done. So first grade, when we're done with CPOC, I need to talk to you guys about your plan for field trip. GT students, we do have a field trip for them. It's Da Vinci Day. So if you have students in your class who are identified as GT, those permission slips should have already gone home. They are due tomorrow. There is a $25 fee, but please let them know, parents know, and I think that information already went out. We are covering that for them, so the parents don't have to pay that $25 cost. So that's one of the things we're gonna do with our Title I funds. We also use that money for, in the spring, buy one, get one book fair. Dr. Rice uses money to purchase books so that our students can get books in their homes, right? Because we know literacy is important. We also pay for special events, professional development for staff. We are looking into paying for capturing kids' hearts for all teachers with additional funds. I know she got a quote, and we're gonna see what we can do. All right, they're pricey, y'all. They're
Yes.
really pricey. It is worth it.
Yeah.
But we'll give you more information on that. We also use the funds for instructional nights or programs, teacher wish list, extended planning days, which I know we have one coming up on December 2nd. So we'll use funds for that. Daily instructional materials, BIS items. We bring in Mother Goose, storytelling events, materials for students. Already kind of talked about the field trips. We're going to talk more about that. All right. So these are our upcoming calendar events. We where are we? Today is the 16th, so it's our CPOC meeting. Tomorrow is House Team Friday. Yay, yay. Orange Crush. Let's bring it. Let's bring it, Orange Crush. All right, and then y'all, it's time, right? I think we can all agree that it's time for this fall break. It's much needed. It is much needed, and yeah, we're gonna enjoy that. But when we come back, we hit the ground running. So that Tuesday we get back, we do have parent readers coming. And then in December, our house team is on December 15th. We have reindeer read aloud days. We have another day for parent readers. We have a winter concert. We have Winter Fest, and then we get another break, right? And it's not on here, but we will have, if you're new to campus, someone asked me yesterday if at Hoover we do the 12 days of Christmas in between Thanksgiving and Christmas break, but we don't. What Dr. Rice does is we do festive Fridays. So each Friday for those 4 weeks, we have a different theme, and I just be looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. So festive Fridays when we get back.
Tomorrow for the staff, tomorrow for the staff is your super lunch. So
yes,
may not want to bring lunch.
Yes. So admin.
Chicken and dumplings will be there.
We are, yeah, all of admin, we're providing soup for tomorrow. The graphic was in the FTP, so make sure you have seen that. And as Christy said, feel free to not bring your lunch because we are providing lunch for you guys tomorrow. I feel like, man, I went fast. Here is the QR code for input, feedback, questions. So please take a moment to scan this. You know, Dr. Rice is really big about giving you guys opportunities to give us feedback because that helps us to grow and get better. I know for the family movie night, we took into consideration some of the feedback that we received for the stars and wishes and made some adjustments with that. So we're always looking at how we can improve and get better. So please scan the QR code and let us know. Yes, the presentation will be coming out. I was gonna just ask if any of them had any feedback or questions. Can you help me? I can't see myself, but you do.
No questions from me.
All right, thank you.
No questions for me. Everything's good.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. All right, so we have covered everything. So we're gonna go ahead and stop the Zoom. But we will be sending this out. So Dr. Rice, so that's why it was recorded. We'll send it out to the families. We'll send it out to you guys so that if you need to look closer into it or if you have any questions. But that is everything. Thank you guys.